Not today. I think if you guys have any questions, or anything, I'd be into hearing that. But specific questions, I mean, for me, I pretty much got all that out with my dramaturg the last month or so. So at this point, and since you've only seen a certain chunk of it, it's hard for me to ask questions since they would all pertain to the whole script. So yeah.
I actually have one question. Just in the sense of given what other elements are you bringing? Would you bring if you had got? I know you were concentrating. We talked about music. We had talked about sort of a poetic, and then because you only concentrate on the writing, which is cool. What other elements would you be bringing?
Well, when I submitted this to Infusion, it was actually chock full of ideas for things I could infuse into the piece, i.e. video, especially music. And I'd still be interested in that, but really for me it was about writing a new script. And the script itself is very bare bones. A lot of the setting and the stage directions and things were added for this reading. I really just like to write dialogue, and then if I need a stage direction, then I'll put it in there. So for me, and I don't even like to dictate where scenes are most of the time, so it's really something that I really would like to collaborate with the director on. And so, but music especially, because I feel like it really lends itself to that piece. But I mean, you're dealing with such an idyllic place, such a Midwestern kind of world, the corn and everything, that I think there could be some really wonderful stuff done with video and stuff too. But that's something that is not really my domain, and something I would really want to collaborate with somebody on. So that's, yeah, so that's what that's about.
Any questions from out there? I did it again out of order. Chelsea's piece was first, and then Randall, so we'll move to Chelsea's. Why don't you talk a little bit about your process and what you guys worked on?
Okay. The original proposal included a full-length outline for a script about this group of, and I should start with, I got some questions at intermission. All of the historical stuff is true about the machine and how it was created, and the fact that you can find a YouTube video that will teach you how to build your own out of a record player. So it's all out there.
And they're called dream machines.
They're called dream machines, one word. And so I originally came up with this outline for a full-length play about this group of young college students who decide to build one, and it's very altruistic in the beginning. The reason is that they want to have a machine to, there are all kinds of benefits to having them. The people that make them say like that helps with headaches and insomnia and things like that. And so I just got fascinated by the idea of people experimenting on their minds and the minds of their friends with no sort of qualifications or experience or training in any way. Just and how I guess there's all kinds of things you can do because of the internet with no experience. So I submitted the script about these four characters that make the dream machine, and it goes over the course of the play from being this very altruistic thing to being this very this thing is based in greed and control, and just sort of how their relationships devolve around this thing that they've made. And but specifically for this showcase, the idea was that we would show just what would essentially be like the climax of the play, the moment when everything sort of gets out of hand and they lose control, not necessarily of the machine, because it's not science fiction. The machine doesn't like become sentient and take over anything, but they just sort of lose control over their relationships with each other and the avoidance of responsibility for what they've done. So we started with a very linear script, and it's just dialogue. And then over the course of rehearsals, we just broke it apart to try to make it more like the experience that you would actually have if you were sitting in front of a dream machine and you were hearing people have conversations around you, and everything, the language is sort of going in circles. And we also were trying to incorporate the video, because the idea of, it's like the same reason I don't watch Top Chef is because I can't eat that food. Like, I don't want to do a play about things that people are seeing if there's no way for the audience to experience it at all. So Christopher Schreck, my friend who actually told me about the Dream Machine in the first place, did all of the video that you saw. And so that was his process too, was just coming to rehearsal and talking with me about what was going on with the script, and Sarah, the director, and the actors, and trying to figure out how do we make a short piece that shows people in this trance state and this all kind of like falling apart, and make it not impossible for actors to do. So